My name is Benton Albers.
My name is Matthias Rivers.
My name is Ethan Goman, and we are the golf ball washers. We are second years at Alexandria Technical College, and this is our final project.
I was the mechanical lead for the golf ball washer. Along with two other students, we designed and built this. First, we'll start up at our hopper here that you could dump all your dirty golf balls in, and then they will funnel down into this 3D printed part that will get you into one single row of golf balls. We've got some cylinders that'll control the flow of when golf balls are entering and exiting. And then we've got the brush that does the main cleaning action. So that is driven by this electric motor, and that actually will spin the balls in our tie rods, and that will do the cleaning. After that, this bottom cylinder will retract, and then our balls will shoot into our tank. So this will hold all the clean golf balls, and then the bottom section here holds water also for our water pump to suck out of. And then there's also a splash guard when we're running in our wet mode. That will contain all the water, and then it will just funnel down.
I designed this electrical control panel for our final project here. Electrically, we have a 110 plug which powers our machine. That is plugged into these terminal blocks here, which act as our high power distribution. After it goes through our high power distribution, goes through our terminal blocks, which regulate all the power and protect us from potential electrical shorts. After our fuse blocks, the high power gets distributed to the two power supplies. One power supply to run all of our low power electronics that draw very low amperage, and a secondary power supply to run a golf ball motor, which I will show you in a few seconds here. We use industrial grade Eaton contactors to control all of the high load items, as well as small control relays to take care of the low amperage applications. Flipping the machine around, we can see here various sensors to relay inputs to our PLC. On the front of our machine, we have an emergency stop for safety.
I was in charge of the pneumatics and partial of the programming of our project here, the golf ball washer. Starting with pneumatics, we have 80 psi coming into our machine, regulated down to 50 psi, feeding our valves. And we have three valves here. One is the top of the magazine, controlling the entering of the golf balls into the magazine. One is the bottom, which is controlling the leaving of the golf balls after they are gone through the clean cycle. And then we also have the blow off, which drives the balls off as they're leaving the magazine. We also have a wet cycle on the project. So this is done by the selector switch on the back portion here. Quick turn. So by doing this allows us to have water fed into the magazine, cleaning the golf balls if they're a little more dirty. We have a couple cylinders which are controlled by the valves, so right here and the top. And on the valves, or on the cylinders themselves, we had sensors which tell the position of the piston inside the cylinder.
Here I have all the 3D CAD files and our main model. Everything was designed in SolidWorks. A lot of the job was sourcing components and then designing various brackets that needed to be custom made. You can see everything from the electrical panels on here. All of our hopper was designed, our water tank, motors mounted up, pulleys.
For the golf ball washer, we have an electrical print pack right here. On our first page, we got high power distribution throughout the machine, 120 volt. Second page, we have all of our PLC I/O, our inputs on the left, and on our right here, we got all of our outputs.
I have the schematics for pneumatic and hydraulics. So this is our water pump right here, coming out of reservoir and returning to reservoir. And then we have our pneumatics. So we have our supply air, our regulator to 50 psi. This is our manifold, our three valves, and then our two cylinders with their applicable sensors.
Now we'll demonstrate a dry run cycle. So I will press the cycle start we don't have any balls loaded up, so we'll load those up. You can see the balls going down, our motor is pulsing and loading our balls in. We need one more. Got our magazine full, it'll run for 10 seconds, cleaning all the balls. And then they will all drop, and then we'll have some blow-off air coming to help dry the balls out. And then our cycle gets that. So we got one in there. We will switch it to wet cycle. And I will start loading the balls up again. And then you should see our water pump running as our motor's turning. So we got one more, it'll kick on again, and that will get all the balls wet, and then we're running again. E-stop comes on, our motor is no longer spinning, and then we release the E-stop, let our cycle start.